So this is one of my favorite quotes. Rumi is a Sufi poet, and he wrote all these beautiful love poems, and this is one of my favorites. Cease looking for flowers, there blooms a garden in your own home. While you look for trinkets, the treasure house awaits you in your own being. Right? That, again, that's our musk. That's our flowers, our garden is in here, okay? And this may just be words to you now, but I know that tonight you will be one step closer to understanding what I'm saying, and I feel very confident with that. So I want to begin, when I hit my knees and I came to that place and said, okay, I have to surrender, what is it that's blocking me? Let me put it into words. What is it that keeps making me live in fear? And I always speak about fear versus love. Fear is what that chatterbox in our head that says, you ate too much, you're going to lose your job, no man likes you, you called too many times, right? We know what that is. And when I got really, really close to it, and I really defined what that fear was, and just stood right next to it, I personally, and I'll give you my definition of my limiting belief, I personally could define it as, without a man, I'm incomplete. That was mine, okay? But I had to get really close to it. I had to sort of define it and look at it, maybe write a few different examples of what it might be. I worked with my coach. She kind of just pushed back and pushed back and pushed back until finally I was like, okay, without a man, I'm incomplete. And that was what it was. And it just came from me. It was like, okay, this is the block that has been the barrier in the way of allowing me to attract. Okay? So I talk a lot about the law of attraction. And really what I want you to visualize right now is this image of, magnet shavings and a magnet, right? And the magnet shavings, these iron shavings want to go right to the magnet, right? But these limiting beliefs that we have are just blocking these iron shavings from coming to that magnet. So pretty much what's happening is there is an abundance of magnificent men in the city. And let me tell you, now that my blocks are gone, I know where they are, okay? And they fall out of the sky, literally, all right? And these men are not going to see you, hear you, smell you, or find you if your blocks are in the way of these iron shavings, okay? So tonight's all about clearing the space. So what I wrote was, without a man, I'm incomplete. And I want to just encourage everybody just to think for a minute, take your pen out, and if you don't have a pen, please raise your hand, and I'm sure one of my beautiful women in the back, Kirsten or Bevan, will be able to give you a pen. But think about what it is that might be blocking you. Is it, I need to control things to get him, or is it, without someone I won't have anything? Is it, think about some examples for yourself. And if anyone is moved to share, I would love an example. And that would be very bold of anyone in this room. But think about it for a second. And if anybody has any questions about what that limiting belief might be for them, I'd be gladly workshop it with you within the group. But think for a second of what it might be that's blocking you from receiving love, okay? So it's most of the time it's coming in the form of fear, right? So I'm afraid that there isn't a man out there. That might be an example. I'm afraid that I'm getting too old. I'm afraid that I don't make enough money. I'm afraid, right? Think about it. Take a moment. Write it down.